Hey, this is Jake Stewart from Thunderstruction.com. I had a minute to talk to some fellas down at Sandswept Studios about their latest game, the Dead Linger. It's in alpha stage right now, but it's looking very interesting. Stay tuned to what they have to say.
Okay, so tell me, who are you?
I'm Jeff Keane. I'm the project lead on the Dead Linger.
Okay, and the Dead Linger is?
It's an open-world zombie survival apocalypse simulator.
Okay.
Basically, what we're doing is it's a sandbox game where you can survive the apocalypse.
Because I know that's becoming a little bit more popular right now. How would you compare it to, the obviously monster, huge Daisy?
Basically, the biggest difference we have is we're focusing on the cooperative side of things. We really want players to band together and survive together. We don't want players just shooting each other all the time or going after each other. We think people basically want to grab all their friends. They want to do all their zombie apocalypse plans, right? So we're giving this big open world for them to just do whatever they wanted.
And how are you incorporating cooperative play in that type of environment?
Basically, so a couple things. First off, like friendly fire is discouraged. Basically, shooting other players, getting their loot, you can't really do that in our game.
So there's punishments for it?
There's not so much punishments, there's just not a lot of reward. There's a lot more reward for sticking together.
Okay.
A lot of the other games, I'd say the zombies are kind of a nuisance. In our game, they are the enemy. If you ignore them, you will get killed by them.
So this is kind of like, it's like training a dog. If you spank it, you're not going to really see much, but if you give it a treat when it's good, then that's actually the proper way to handle it.
That's one way to put it.
You're training people like animals, but that's smart. I like that.
I think all games are doing that to a point.
Yeah. So when you say reward for cooperative play, like what do you get?
Basically, you survive better. The enjoyment of the game comes from just surviving in the world. And if you stick together, you survive longer. You have more fun. You bond with friends, over the game.
All right. So what are a couple of extra, just like special flares that you're particularly proud of to make your game different?
We're actually using a procedurally generated world. It's 65,000 kilometers in size.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, and basically it's procedurally generated, so you can put down like a seed, and that'll generate a whole different world every single time.
Wow.
So
that sounds huge.
It's huge.
So there's a lot to just explore and see.
That's right.
So with a project of that scale, what are you doing to really make it to where the environments aren't, becoming, just for lack of a better word, just boring. After a while, a lot starts to seem the same.
Yeah. You add a lot of variation. So every town you have, every even if a house is the same as some other house you encountered a few miles back, it's got different loot in it, different stuff, different zombies spawning in different areas.
Right.
We just try to break it up, and we keep adding more and more content to add more variety to the world.
Very cool. So are your zombies fairly stereotypical, or are they, classic zombie, or is it kind of like a new type? Like Last of Us has their own type of
No, we're actually doing classic zombies. They're slow. They require headshots to kill.
Okay.
And we do more like numbers instead of speed, right?
Okay.
We'd rather have a big horde bearing down on the player instead of
Walking Dead style.
Right. Instead of just running zombies sprinting at you and clawing you to death or something.
Which is good, because I was actually gonna, ask. With myself, I always imagine a zombie horde coming, and I'm like, I'm so damn fast, you guys will never touch me. So with slow zombie hordes and you're doing quantity, how is it straining on the player?
Well, they've got things they have to do. So they have like hunger and stuff like that. They have to go out and they have to find food, right? So you can't just hold up forever. And even if you do, they'll eventually swarm wherever you are.
Okay.
We're basically doing overwhelming numbers. If you're going to sit
we're
there,
seeing like crazy zombie hordes coming.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you can freeform barricades. You can pick up wood and just nail it to like a window or anywhere you want, right across the door. And if you're sitting there doing that, that's making noise. It's attracting zombies. If you leave your back turned too long, they'll come up behind you.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll just get overwhelmed.
So, a lot of people like games like Skyrim that are open world and games similar to that because they just feel like they have more control. Are you giving players control?
No, they have.
If I see something, can I do it?
They actually have complete control. Yeah, it's a big emphasis for us. Basically, if it looks like it could be opened or broken, we pretty much allow for it.
Okay.
There's some things we don't because we're in development, but pretty much every cupboard, everything we want to be openable. Every window you can break and jump through.
Yeah.
No fake doors, no invisible walls.
That's awesome. Awesome. Can you guys think of anything you want to ask this gentleman? No? All right. Hey, thanks again. That's awesome. Excited for when are we seeing these come into? Let's say, is it in alpha right now?
Yeah, it's in alpha. It's available on Steam Early Access, so you can actually buy it right now. But we're updating about every month. So we're looking at beta probably by the end of this year, maybe early next year.
So just a final question. Since games like this, and you said early access on Steam, that's becoming a popular model, are you doing that so that you can listen to the fans and incorporate what
Oh yeah, we do it all the time. Every update we do a dev vlog where we talk about kind of what we're adding next and get feedback from people, comments and stuff.
I like that.
Forums are really active. Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's becoming a thing. So, well, thanks again. Look forward to your game, and I'll probably come back in an hour and play it.
Sounds great.